Hey folks, That Fix It Guy here. If the audio is bad, I'll apologize. I've came to the side of my house. I tried to make a wind block. The wind is whipping around here today. You can probably see the trees in the background. I mean, it's just once in a while it gets up and moves pretty good. And so just trying to get away from all of that. I'm standing here in front of my wife's Toyota Highlander because one of the screws for the bracket that holds the battery in place ended up snapping off. So this thing's just in there dangling around, flopping like a fish. So we're gonna hook that up today. Come along, let's get to fixing. Let's start by opening this bad boy up. So you can see this right here, it just broke right there. Just snapped that bolt head right off. So I guess it just rusted apart. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to sand that down a little bit, try to get a drill bit in there, and then we're gonna try to extract that out of there. Okay. So we'll just take this and move this out of the side for right now. We don't actually have to take this apart or take it off. It'd be great. And then we're just gonna take some WD-40, sweet penetrant, and give her a little shake and give her a little spray on there. Man, if somebody knows how to actually keep these nozzles that come with this, like, please let me know. Because, man, I cannot keep these things. For anything I have them for, I can't keep the nozzles. We'll just let that soak in for a minute and come back. So that's, you can see that this nut right here is actually just tack welded on there. If this piece, if that little piece of that bolt was a little bit longer, I would try to just grab some vice grips and pull that out. But it's such a little nub that if I tried to do that and I screwed it up, I might not be able to screw it out. So we're just gonna go ahead and go with the method that I'm trying. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of this aluminum oxide sandpaper that I keep with my soldering kit, and I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna try to just clean the top of that rust off there a little bit. So now I have a spring-loaded punch right here, and I'm just gonna try to get this right in the center and just give it a good pop. That way I can have a place to start my drill mark. So we've got that there pretty good. Then you just push down. Right there, pretty much in the middle, that little spring-powered punch just made that mark. All right, so next, we're gonna grab a cordless drill with a 3/16 bit. Hey, if you folks like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. I just wanna teach something to people that they haven't done. And you know, there's a lot of times where there's things I haven't done. But I'm not afraid to try it. And that's the one thing I love about YouTube, is that people are constantly evolving. You're checking stuff out. You're doing things, making it happen. I've never had to do this to a car before, but you know what? Like, I understand the principle behind it. And hey, I watched a video. Totally cool, man. Big shout out to the ultimate handyman. That dude has a couple different videos on extracting stuff. So I watched a video and now I'm doing it. All right, put those safety glasses down and away we go. My line for today is, with all successes come fails. Like that drill bit failed me, so I went and got another one. And this one already is just tearing through it. Oh, and we're going to put that extractor in there. This is going to work out sweet, I think. So you see that we got that hole the whole way through. And I have a machinist friend that I was talking to about this morning. And if you drill that the whole way through, it actually collapses that bolt or whatever it is. It collapses it just a little bit, like in the tenths. I think. And it collapses it just enough to where it kind of maybe frees it up a little bit more. And so now we're going to see if we can pull it out. So this is the #1 extractor. This is the baby of the bunch. It came in this kit with 5 different easy outs and 5 different bits. So now we're going to put the extractor in there. We're going to give this a couple taps, get it in there, make sure it's nice and tight. And then we're going to take our adjustable jaw wrench and we're going to go counterclockwise with it. Well, now we break the extractor off in there. So, now I think we're really screwed. Now let's go get a pair of channel locks. Grab the channel locks and let's pull out the needle nose pliers, pull out the old Leatherman, see if we can get that to bite. Okay, my next question is, what should I have used besides one of these style of easy outs? I mean, maybe I guess I should have used a bigger one, just drilled a little bit bigger of a hole and tried to do that. I just really didn't want to jack the nut up. I wanted to use what I had. It's not what I was planning on doing today. So now that we've tried everything else under the sun, we're just going to grab the screwdriver, the one that I like to beat on from time to time. We're going to try to pop this little divot loose a little bit here. So at this point, I like to think I've done what I could do here. And so now I'm just going to drill this out. I could ream this out and I could put a bolt and a nut straight through here. Instead of threading it onto the nut, I can just put another one in there. And if somebody can tell me what I did wrong there, or if just these bits are cheap and they're breaking, then, I mean, I get it. If that's the case, then that's the case. So, when the easy out broke in there, I tried to take it out. 15 minutes is my max for anything like this, man. Forget it. So we're just gonna take it, we're gonna take the drill, we're gonna drill that out of there, and then we're just gonna put a bolt and a nut through here. We're gonna secure that in place, and it's gonna be good. Okay. So now what we're trying to do is just drill a hole, and we're gonna get this out as quickly and as efficiently as we can. So I just wanted to talk about the process for a second. Once the easy out broke off in there, I just ended up going down the side of that easy out with a 5/64 bit. One of these over here, I ended up breaking both of them in the process. But once I got that somewhat started there, then I just went up from the 1/8 to the 9/64, the 5/32, and I just stepped it up the whole way through the rest of my drill bits, really, until I got to this 15/64 and drilled that out. Now that we've got this hole drilled the size we want, let's just file that down a little bit real quick. So then we'll take the bolt, stick the bolt through, put the washer and the lock nut washer on there, and we'll just get the nut started. We'll take the adjustable jaw and we'll tighten it down. Just make sure that you get the lock nut washer compressed in there, and this thing ain't gonna go anywhere. It's one of those things, it doesn't always work out, right? Okay, so you can see that's in now. This ain't going anywhere. The battery is very secure, and a little bit more work than what I wanted to do. And I kind of wish that I would have just drilled it out earlier and put the bolt in, and I would have saved myself for an hour worth of work. I had visions of glory being done within 30 minutes, and my heart kind of broke the second that extractor broke. And you know, then it just kind of spirals downhill from there. You spend more time than you want to, and then you eventually just suck it up and realize you have to start step drilling from the smallest to the biggest until you eventually get a hole big enough to put the bolt in and make it happen. If you like the video, please click that like button. I'll put a link for the tools in the description box below. I really try to use quality tools. Once in a while, you know, you try to experiment. You get something cheap thinking, oh, well, this could be good. You know, the last couple things we bought didn't work out so bad. And then that breaks and it costs you more, more time and effort than it was ever worth. So if you guys have some kind of other product that works like this and works better, please let me know. I really appreciate everything. Thank you and have a great evening.